Making money while browsing and using your devices is actually mind-blowing. Yes, you can actually make money for browsing and using your mobile data. In the previous video, I showed you how I actually get to make money while browsing and using my devices. You can make money for browsing and using your mobile data using the Y-Crypt MiFi. Now, the Y-Crypt MiFi is a mobile Wi-Fi device that mines cryptocurrency for you while browsing. You can use it across your devices, your laptop, your phones, whichever, you can actually use it and make money for it. In the previous video, I showed you how it works, and in this video, I am going to go much more detailed to show you how the Y-Crypt MiFi works, the various types of it that they are, and also how you can actually get access to the Y-Crypt MiFi for free. You can actually get it for free on the Jumpstart program, as I mentioned last week. So ensure you stay tuned to this video, watch till the very end, and you are going to see, first of all, how to set up your Y-Crypt device when you get access to it. I'm going to show you from the unboxing stage to the final setup stage, and how I get to log into the Y-Crypt device and things you need to know. Then I'm going to also tell you things you need to know on how to set it up so you can actually be mining, because there are certain instances where you might actually be using the Wi-Fi but it's not mining and you don't know what's wrong. So I'm going to answer that because I've experienced it. So this is going to clear that. And also I'm going to tell you how to partake of the Jumpstart program and where you can actually partake of it. The Jumpstart program is a program which the Y-Crypt team is running in order to give people access to the Wi-Fi for free, both the free and the old ones, the new and the old ones. They are actually different kinds of Y-Crypt devices, and I'm going to show you right in this video how they all look and how you can actually set it up. So I've got the two Y-Crypt devices. This is the new links. This is how the pack comes in. And this is the old links, which is very, very valid. I'm going to show you the differences between them in terms of price, why you need each, and what you should be doing with each. So let's unbox the both of them so you can actually see how this works and what to expect if you get the Y-Crypt MiFi. And yes, make sure you like this video, subscribe and share so that you can get access to more contents as this. Hey, go subscribe now and like the video now. I am Okoye Kevin Chiboyim, founder and CEO of Jinakeb Digital Academy. You can see it, Gida. I am also popularly known as Ezemo Blockchain. So let's jump right into the video. Let's unbox our Y-Crypt. So right here, we've got the Y-Crypt MiFi. So as you can see here, this is the new links and this is the old Y-Crypt MiFi. Both of them are still very much in use today. Both of them work effectively well. The only major difference between them is the price and then the number of connected devices, number of devices you can connect, and range that it can work. And yes, the new links is much more enhanced with more features than the old one. That is just the basic difference between the both of them. So I'm going to unbox this and show you what you get to find when you unbox or when you open up the Y-Crypt MiFi device. So once you get your Y-Crypt MiFi, this is what to expect. Just open up this. Beautiful. This is what you get to see in the pack of your Y-Crypt MiFi. This is the Y-Crypt MiFi itself, the links. You can see it says Y-Crypt links. What else? This is the power, the adapter to charge it. They've got a charger right there in for you. Interesting. And yeah, this is where you can get your SIM card slots, things you can then insert your SIM in and put into the MiFi. What else have they got? So this is basically what comes in with the new links. This is basically what you get with the new links. And let's look at the old. With the other Y-Crypt MiFi, what you get to see is this. Awesome. So when you unbox it, you are going to find it has a perfect case. So you just open up this. So this is how it looks. It's black in color, unlike the other, which is somewhat ash. So here you've got the SIM slot where you can insert your SIM. Here is the power button. Here you can charge with your power bank. Here you normally charge your, this is USB slots, not Type C. The other is USB. Is Type C. The other is Type C. So this is for USB. This is where you can charge. And okay, what else? So here you can find let's see what this has got. So here, awesome, you have your SIM card, same thing you saw there, and you have what's this, a pin for easy removal of SIM. You insert your SIM, and once you want to remove it, you use this pin. Interesting. And what else? Does it have a charger? So if you, all right, so underneath this, you are going to find a USB cord for you to be able to charge the device. So this is what comes in with your Y-Crypt MiFi pack. So let's look at the links and get to set it up. So once again, these are the things you find on the links. Here you have the SIM slots. Here is the power button. This is the USB slots. This is where you can actually charge it. This is for Type C. It takes time. It uses Type C. And then this is the LAN cord. So that's the Ethernet cord. So if you want to power it on, you basically, it tells you that it's full. This is the power indicator. If you check this, where's the power? When you click this, it tells you the power level. So let's insert our SIM and see how this works. So let me insert my SIM and show you how this looks. So here, so you just use this to then push it in, and we have our SIM installed. So let's put it on. Click and hold on the power button, and you can see it has started coming up. So this is the network signal. This is telling you that it's on. So when you get your device, just tap and select your Wi-Fi's. So these are the Wi-Fi networks currently available. I've configured my device and I've set it to ASIM Y-Crypt, and it says no internet connection. Why is that? Because I have not signed in. So anytime you're experiencing loss of internet connection, your mind should basically go to the fact that you've not signed in. So ensure you always sign in. So to sign in, you just go to your Chrome browser or any browser you prefer using, but Chrome is best most times. So you go to Chrome and just create a new tab and go to this URL. This is the URL to sign in: 192.168.4.4. Take note of the URL again: 192.168.4.4. This is where you get to sign in to access your data. That's why it's not an open data, although it doesn't have password like other Wi-Fi directly on the Wi-Fi. This is where you log in, so nobody just uses your data without your permission. So right here, you go here. So on this page, you then actually log in with either your router code or your voucher. I'm going to show you the difference between the both. So with a voucher, you basically enter your email address and then the router code. This is generated for you on the Y-Crypt app. So when you get to your Y-Crypt application, let me show you how you can log in with router. So if you go here, you click on this place at the top that says connect to Wi-Fi. Under actions, you click on it and it shows you your email address and router code. This changes every 30 seconds. So you have access to it for a limited time. So you click on get this and then you paste it in, get your router code, you paste it in, and you can basically click on login. But I prefer to log in with voucher most of the time, as I have a voucher that I've created. So you click on login with voucher and choose, enter the phone number which you bought your voucher with. So enter the phone number and the voucher code itself. This is just like recharge pin. So I've set it to unlimited, so this voucher is never going to expire somewhat, so I will keep using it. So you click on this to enter your details from your clipboard, and then you click on login. So you can see, congratulations, you are logged in successfully, as it says. So I'm logged in now and my data will connect. So if I should check my data now, you will see that it's no longer going to show no connection or no power. It's not going to connect. It's just this unsecured network is just what it writes, because this is iOS. But if you check on other phones, it's going to show you it's connected. So now we are logged in successfully. Now let's run the setup. So after you must have connected your device, the next thing is to run the setup by visiting the hotspot hub. That's the same page that you visited now. When you visit it, so far as you are logged in, it won't show you this login page again, but it will now show you the hotspot hub where you get to do your connection. So you visit this page again, 192.168.4.4. So you go here. So you can see this is your Wicrypt Hotspot Hub. This is the very place you connect your Wicrypt app to to your device. This is the software. This is where you get everything powering the software. So you can see this is the system info, connected devices. Right now I'm just connected on my with one device, and that's the IP. So as you can see, just click on the menu and you will see where it's written these tabs. You can see register hotspot hub. Register hotspot hub means you want to connect your Y-Crypt app to this software. That you've got the Y-Crypt hardware itself, you now want to connect it to the app on your phone. So you do that on register hotspot. Let's visit there and see. So you can see what it says, Wicrypt Hotspot Hub. This is where you connect your hotspot hub to your Wicrypt account to enjoy their services. So here you enter your email address and your PIN, so to connect your Wicrypt application, the app on your phone, to the hardware. So that's for register. Quick setup. This place, what it basically says is where you can change the name of your Wi-Fi name, just the way you set Wi-Fi name. So here you do that. You set it to Azemore. I set it to Azemore Y-Crypt. So this is what I used to know my device. Then they make sure you set the port mode to LAN. Use LAN, local area network. So this is basically it. Then here you can set password for this account, for this hotspot hub. If you are accessing the hotspot hub for the first time before setting up the device proper, the password name is admin. So if they request for password, then you're trying to log in here, it's going to be admin. If you don't request for it, you just log in straight up. At times it requests for password, at times it doesn't. So either you use admin, but after that I don't think they request for password again until you set it. So that's for quick setup. Then business, this is the most important and crucial place. So we have what is called business mode. Business mode, let's read through the explanation. So there are two modes. Personal mode, this means that you're not interested in the business. You understand? Y-Crypt generally was created to provide internet to people at cheaper rates. You understand? It's meant to share data. So you are providing internet to people in rural areas, as the case may be. But in this case, we may likely not be interested in all those, but the entire goal remains providing internet to people and providing access to data for them, so you can be selling data at lower rates. So that's the essence of this business mode, and incentivizing it. It's this form of mining that you do when you mine cryptocurrency for using the Y-Crypt app or for using the Y-Crypt MiFi. You are kind of incentivized. So that's the essence of business mode. So business mode is for business use cases. So personal mode means you are not interested in mining of the coin or the token. You are just interested in using the Wi-Fi, the MiFi as a device that gives you internet access. So you set it to personal mode if you're interested in that. But if you want to make money, like I do, like I am interested, make sure you set it to business mode. So this is business mode's explanation. It says that this option is for business use cases where the hotspot hub admin manages connected devices using voucher codes and data limits. So I hope this explanation is what they've written there is very simple. So let me tell you how you can know if you're on business mode or personal mode. Whenever you're on personal mode, it doesn't require password to log in. Each time you just connect Wi-Fi on your device, it's going to connect straight up without requesting for phone number for login, either the voucher or router. It won't request for all that. You won't see that splash page. So that's how you know you're on personal mode. There's no restriction. Anybody can connect. So if you're walking on the street and I just see your device name, Y-Crypt something, I can just connect without any restriction. But once you set it to business mode, if I try to connect, they will now present me that splash page where I have to enter my login details to Y-Crypt before I can connect. So you can generate a voucher for anybody you want. If you want to be making money with this, ensure you set it to business mode, and then maybe each person that that wants to connect to your device, you can just generate a voucher for that person instead of giving them your router code, as the case may be. So that is it for business mode. So ensure you note carefully these two things. Always leave it on business mode if you want to be mining. If it switches from business mode to personal mode, you are not going to be mining. You're going to be using the device, but it won't mine anything for you, because you're using it as a normal user who isn't interested in the business of sharing data or in the business of or the incentivized incentives that come with it, which is the mining aspect. Just to reiterate again, personal mode is that this is a general use case and it is preferred for personal and home use. So the benefit of personal mode is simple. It's just easy device connection, and then the splash page for login is disabled, as users do not need to log in. That is personal mode. While business mode, each user is expected to log in each time they try to connect to the device. So that is what tells you are on personal mode or business mode. Always leave it to business mode if you are interested in mining. So I've already enabled it. So once you come to business, remember the tab on the menu is business. So you click on it and enable it. Then system is where you get to update your system. They always drop software updates. The software is what powers the hardware, right? The hardware you've got is being powered by the software. So each time there's an update, they drop that on their socials or on their Telegram, and you are aware. So just come to system and update it. So this is basically what you need. So the first is the overview, like I've done earlier. It tells you everything at a glance: the host name, the system info, Wi-Fi info, everything. So this tells you how many devices are connected at a time. This is 2 now. So this is register hotspot hub. This is where you connect your email address and your PIN, that is your Y-Crypt account, to this hotspot hub for the first time. So if I try to connect again, it's going to tell me that I'm already registered on this device. So the next thing will be quick setup, where you get to set your Wi-Fi name. So you can see that. And next will be business, where you get to set it to business mode. I'm repeating again, be very careful with this part, as it determines whether you are mining or making money from this or not. If it's on personal mode, you're going to be using the device, but you're not mining anything. I think last week I was on personal mode without for a while without I don't know why it didn't occur to me really earlier. I used it for 2 days, not mining any single thing, and it impacted my rewards at the end of the week. So ensure you are very, very careful with this. So this is basically how to set up your device. So the most important thing you have to note from this setup page is this business mode. Ensure it is always set up. So this is it. And let's check our reward for last week, what Y-Crypt device gave us. Like I said earlier, last week I had an issue. I was on personal mode for 2 days without knowing, and I didn't actively use the device, due to that. So let's check and see. Let me refresh this. So okay, you click on my Explorer, which is where you can see what you've earned. So last week, what did I earn? You can see, let me click on 7 days. Last night I earned 443 WNT. That's what, around $22. So I earned $22 last week, and a reason that caused this is I was on personal mode for a while. So I'm telling you this now from observation. Ensure you're always on business mode, else you're not going to mine. So for those days which I was on personal mode, I wasn't mining anything. So take note of that. So you can just claim, and it's gonna, you can see it says reward claim successfully, and we can then just proceed to withdraw it. So this is my reward for this week, and this is how you get to connect to see how much data we're actively using. So click on the menu and click on devices. When you click on devices, swipe the header there, swipe it to the extreme right. You will now see where they wrote device reports. So on device reports, you can actually see how much data you have used. So you just pick a date period. So let's say throughout last week Monday, last week Saturday to Friday, when the pay came in, let me check how much data I used. So today is 8. So last week Saturday, that was July 30th, that was Saturday of last week. So from Saturday the week before to Friday, which happened to be 5th, let's see, which happened to be 5th. So this is how much I've used. So on Ismo Y-Crypt main, so how many I've used, like 12 gig. Then on my second device, the black Y-Crypt one, I've used like 2 gig. So here you can see the device report real time. I think when you put this in desktop mode, you can see it better. So this is basically how you can connect, view all these things. The website is just an extended version of the app. The app is for ease of viewing, while the website, just visit dashboard.ycrypt.com and you can see all these things. So if you go to your dashboard now, you can see everything as it is. So total number of sessions I've ever used is 78 gig, but this can be difficult calculating how much exactly you have used. So where you view that is going to that my devices tab. When you visit my devices, you swipe and then go to device report. So from here you can pick a date range and it tells you the data real time of how much you are actually using. So this is where you get to create a voucher for anybody. So to create it, you just click on bulk voucher. So this is one of my vouchers. You click on generate vouchers. So when you click on generate voucher, you'll type in the quantity. So you want to just generate one, I suppose. If you want to give access to 5 people or 10 people or 20 people, you have to specify the amount of vouchers you want to create. So let's say I want to generate just one voucher for me to be able to log in always. You enter the amount that you are funding that voucher with. So you say you want to sell data to people for say 5,000. You have to enter 5,000. So you just enter 5,000. You just collect 5,000 cash from those people. That is, you are selling data to them. That is the entire purpose of Y-Crypt, making data accessible to people at lower rates. So you can set something like this. So let's say I just want to fund it with 15 naira, and then voucher validity, you can set some hours or days as the case may be. So hours, I put it to voucher validity to be hours. Then we have the validity period. There's 1 hour, 2 hours. I like setting mine, if I'm the one using it, to what, unlimited. So you can just, when you click on select validity period, you can mention the number of times you want that person to use your data for. So once it gets to that limit, the person can no longer use your data and the person is out. So say you want to share data to people in your neighborhood, as the case may be, you just select the time. So say you want to give them access for just 4 hours, you just click on 4 hours and then you generate a voucher for them. Same applies with days. Say somebody is with you and you want to give the person access for days, you click on days and select the number of days you want to give access. So once it has gone past that period, they are going to automatically kick them out. So that is for generate voucher. Then one last important thing you need to do is always set your billing rate. Go back to your dashboard, set your billing rate to 0. It's very, very important. Now this is how you do it. On the Y-Crypt app, you can actually set your billing rate here. So on the Y-Crypt app, ensure you set your billing rate after getting the device. Billing rate means how much you want to bill these guys that are going to connect to your device for them to have access to internet at a lower rate. So you can set a billing rate. Let's say MTN charges, say at 1 gigabyte, say they charge, let's say 500 per gig. This is just an example. So you can decide to set yours to say 200, and you find that most people would like to patronize you and come to connect at a lower rate. So but I set my billing rate to 0 always, because I'm the one using my data. I'm not selling it out to anybody. So you click on set billing rate, click under actions where you can see connect to Wi-Fi. The next tab there is set to billing rate. So you click set billing rate, and then you can see it says set default billing rate. So by default you see 0 here, but you ensure you set it, because that 0, I think, is still, if you try to log in, you see it says 400 and something naira per dollar per gig. So let's say for each gig now I want to sell data, I'm going to be specifying, say for each gig I'm going to be selling at 200 naira per gig. So you can see this. So 200 naira per gig, that's mind-blowing. I think MTN charges something higher than that. So you can set this and sell to people, but I like setting my billing rate to 0. So you click 0 and click apply. I've already done this, which is why if you check the login page, you see my billing rate is 0. That's one of the most important things. You can equally do this on the website by going here, go to devices, not my explorer, go here, the menu, then click on devices, and then you can see this device is a more Y-Crypt. That's the one I'm currently using. You click the menu and then you click on what, edit rate. That is, you click on set rate. So you click on set rate, and here you can set the billing rate to 0 as well. So this is how you basically set your billing rate. So this is the most important thing. So I'm going to go withdraw my funds now and see what Y-Crypt has for us. So there you have it. I believe by now you understand how to set up the Y-Crypt MiFi. Now, here are a few important things to note. Now, your device must be connected at least 10 hours a week before you can mine. Before you can earn any rewards, your device has to be connected at least 10 hours a week. Well, if you're an active data user just like I am, that should be no issue with you. My device is always on 247 because I have lots of things to do online. So take note of that requirement. Minimum hour for mining or minimum hour for device connection in a week has to be 10 hours. Then secondly, ensure you are always on business mode if you want to mine. Personal mode means you just want to use it like a normal MiFi user who doesn't want to earn anything in return. You know, the entire goal of Y-Crypt actually was to actually make internet accessible to people. That means you actually can sell your data to people at a lower rate, you know, compared to what other ISPs offer. So if you've been buying MTN, let's say 1 gigabyte for 1,000 naira, you can decide to sell it to people for 350. So as they connect to your device, you're actually earning. That's the business mode. That's what business mode means. You're actually doing business. So if you are not interested in such, you know, you can just use personal mode and be using your device like a normal user, but you wouldn't earn anything for it. So take note of that. Whenever it's no longer asking you for your, login before you can use the data on that MiFi, just know that you're on personal mode and you should go and switch it back to business mode by going to the admin page of the Wicrypt MiFi. What are the data that determines how much you earn in a week? Now, there are various criteria. It's not really fixed, but I'm going to give you a list. Just know that it toggles between that. Now, it depends on the number of connections you have in a week. So ensure you have maximum number of connections. If you have laptops, phones, and all, make sure they are majorly connected. Then also, it depends on how much data you use. So just note that it's not just on how much data you use. The number of connections also matters. Also, it depends on your location. If there are so many people using the Y-Crypt device in your location compared to another person that is in another place that he is using the device solo, he is going to earn more than you that is in a place where the device is dense. So take note of that. Location also plays a key factor. So when you are in a location where the device isn't so much saturated, you are going to earn more than somebody that is using the same data, using the same number of connections as you, but is in a place where the device is dense. So this is another criteria you have to be aware of. And yes, it depends on how much you stake to. That is one other important criteria. So somebody that staked higher WNT tokens than you is going to earn more than you. Remember that before you start earning or before anything, you have to stake some Y-Crypt tokens. Let's say $50 or so. That's a very good start. You can start with $50, stake your Y-Crypt tokens. You are going to be earning APY. I think the APY is around 46%. So you are going to earn around 46% of it in a year. But that's the basic requirement before you can start mining and all. So you have to stake Y-Crypt. So somebody that staked higher than you is obviously going to mine more than you. So depends on what? First of all, the number of data you use, amount of data you use. It depends on number of connections, that is number of devices connected in a week and number of times they actually connected in a week. Then also, it depends on your location, like I've mentioned. And lastly, it depends on how much Y-Crypt you've staked, how much WNC tokens you've staked. And know that, just like Bitcoin difficulty gets increased with time. As more people get into the network, the rewards are going to be dropping, reduced gradually. I think this is something really worthwhile because you are still earning for using your data, which you would normally use without getting paid for it. So jump on this and see what you can make out of it. The new devices are GPS enabled. That is, it can track your device location real time in case it gets missing or it gets stolen. So the new devices are GPS enabled. That is the new Lynx and the new Spider. While the old devices aren't GPS enabled, so you should take note of that. You have to ensure you set your billing rate to 0 if you are not intending to sell data, else you are going to be charging yourself. Billing rate means, obviously, like I told you, the entire aim of Y-Crypt is to make internet accessible to everyone, especially let's say you go to a remote area where people don't have access to internet, but you have access to internet, so you can sell it to them at a lower rate and making internet accessible. Now let's talk about Jumpstart. How do you partake of the Jumpstart program? So like I told you in the previous video, if you've not watched the first video, ensure you go back to the channel, watch that video so you can actually get full understanding of how that works. This is a follow-up video. Now wait, have you liked this video? Hey, go like now, subscribe, and yes, turn on post notifications because we're going to have more content as this coming up. So I told you last week that they have the Jumpstart program which enables you to get this Y-Crypt device for free. Remember, the Y-Crypt Lynx device, the new one, costs about $1,000, while the old one costs I think around $700 or so. So the old one is relatively cheap. So you can go for any of them. But the Jumpstart program allows you to get access to the Y-Crypt device for free. I think they have a target of just 1,000 devices to be given out for free. So I think from that 1,000, they are actively they've given out just like 300 to 500 over the past say 6-7 months that they've been running the Jumpstart program for. These devices are given out in the Jumpstart program, which they run at Lagos and in Enugu. Now, the date for the next Jumpstart hasn't been announced yet, but you can know the next date by staying in touch with their socials. They usually announce it. But what I'm going to do as a bonus for you that is watching this video, so you are informed on time, is I am going to post about the next Jumpstart, the exact date, because I get updates from them really fast. So I'm going to post the next Jumpstart date on my Telegram group and on the Telegram channel. So if you are there, you are covered because I'm going to post it right there. So what you should basically do is check the Telegram group and the Telegram channel that is in the description of this video. Join now, and right there, which is the Telegram channel for Gida, I'm going to post the next Y-Crypt Jumpstart right there in that channel once the information is released. But here is something you should note. Like I said, there's usually a limited number for each program, so you don't just attend, but you schedule ahead. The thing is a matter of knowing when the form is, because it gets filled really fast. It gets filled really fast if you are not informed. And yes, if you're following me on Twitter, I'm going to post it right there as well. So the link to my Twitter handle is equally in the description of this video. Follow me on Twitter, follow me on Facebook. I'm going to post about it when the next Y-Crypt Jumpstart is going to happen. And remember, the terms for the Jumpstart are really simple. You are going to be getting 50-50 earnings. So whatever thing you earn for the week is going to be split between you and the Y-Crypt team until the agreed amount is met. So that's it. You can be earning because you are getting the device for free, but your rewards are going to be split when you claim them between you and the Y-Crypt team until you are able to pay up to the expected amount. So make sure you read the terms and conditions clearly, and if it's good with you, you go on with the Jumpstart. But yes, how about you want to purchase this device on your own? What you should basically do is visit the Y-Crypt website. You can purchase from there, and make sure to mention that you got this information about this Y-Crypt and purchasing this device from Gida or Ezemo blockchain. Very, very important. So you can actually show where you got access to this information.